Hare Krishna. Srimad Gour Govinda Swami Maharaj often conveyed profound spiritual truth through captivating stories. Today we will share one such story titled The Prince and the Witch. Grandmother often tells stories to their grandchildren. Children are fond of listening to tales and eagerly ask, "Grandma, please tell us a story." The grandmother then begins. Once upon a time, there was a prince who ventured into the forest to hunt. As he wandered through the jungle, he suddenly saw a breathtakingly beautiful young woman standing before him. However, the young woman was not what she seemed she was. In fact, an enchantress, a cunning demoness. Such beings possess mystical powers, including the ability to change their forms. The old witch had transformed herself into a beautiful maiden to deceive others. Seeing her, the prince was instantly captivated and thought, "Such a beautiful maiden, I must enjoy her company." Meanwhile, the enchantress, disguised as the beautiful woman, was also drawn to the prince. Attraction between a man and a woman is natural. The witch said to the prince, "My house is nearby, come with me." She led him deep into the forest where her home stood, a grand castle-like structure. Once inside, the enchantress used her dark magic to transform the young prince into a black goat and imprisoned him there. During the day, the prince remained as a goat, bound and helpless. At night, the enchantress would return and, using her powers, transform him back into a prince, saying, "Now let's have some fun." Such is the nature of witches. The prince, the king's son, became a prisoner, completely forgetting his true identity. This happened because he failed to recognize the true form of that witch and was lured by her beauty, believing her to be meant for his enjoyment. Meanwhile, the king was deeply worried about his son's absence. Knowing that the prince had gone hunting but had not returned, the king sent his trusted minister to search for him. The minister ventured into the forest and eventually discovered the prince transformed into a black goat and held captive by the witch. The prince, unaware of his true identity, had completely forgotten himself. The minister, moved by the prince's plight, approached him and said, "Do you even realize who you are? You have forgotten your true self. You are the prince, the son of the mighty emperor of this kingdom. Yet here you are, suffering in this miserable state. Wake up, leave this place and return with me to your father's place." The old witch named Maya had assumed the guise of a beautiful maiden to trap the soul, the living entity. Just like the prince, we, the children of the Supreme Lord, the Master of the universe, are trapped in Maya's castle, suffering as we forget our true identity. The Lord feels great sorrow seeing his children in such distress. Out of compassion, he sends his divine representative, the spiritual master, Gurudev, to guide the lost souls back to their eternal home. The Guru awakens the soul, reminding them of their true identity, their relationship with the Lord, and the path to return to their father's abode. The prince who listens to the minister's counsel is rescued and brought back to his father's palace. However, those who ignore the minister's words, being too engrossed in their temporary pleasures with the enchantress, remain trapped in the endless cycle of birth and death. The ultimate mission of Lord's pure devotees is to bring back the forgotten souls to their real home. They come to this world to help us, the bound souls, remember our true selves and return to our eternal home. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada gave the call, "Back home, back to Godhead." In this story, Srila Gurudev has beautifully depicted the positions of soul, the Jeeva, Guru, the Lord, and Maya in simple language. However, the concepts of Jeeva Tatwa, Guru Tatwa, Ishvara Tatwa, and Maya Tatwa are profound and intricate. After listening to this story, several questions about Jeeva Tatwa might arise in our minds, such as what is the true identity of the soul? If we are eternal servants of the Lord, how did we fall into Maya? How long have we been suffering in this material world? Why have we forgotten our true selves? Is the soul independent or dependent? Can we ever break free from Maya? These are vital questions that provide a deeper understanding of the nature of the soul. In the coming days, we will address each of these questions based on Gurudev's teachings. Please feel free to share your thoughts and questions by leaving a comment. Hare Krishna.